Welcome to the Metaverse universe, world where virtuality meets reality. Metaverse is the flagship of decentralized systems, offering a wide range of products and activities that bring the world of finance and virtual reality together. Our motto is to create a new world with its own rules, inhabitants, laws, and passage of time that cannot be ended, erased, or paused. Uniteverse. Uniteverse is the heart of our metaverse, its main layer, an imitation of real life. The Uniteverse product will offer different levels of access to the metaverse. All 100% of the matrix turnover is directed to the network of participants, providing maximum and most generous payouts. The marketing plan is divided into two stages, each with its own features. The first stage is a preliminary phase, while the second stage is a permanent mechanism. 1. Multi-mining. 2. Metaverse. Metaverse. Uniteverse in the Metaverse provides levels of access and additional opportunities. In the initial stage, the Metaverse will gradually appear in beta version. In the next stage, there will be an alpha version be introduced. For the Metaverse, our products and programs, as well as our entire ecosystem, our cryptocurrency, Forcecoin is necessary. Multi-mining. Preliminary stage. During the multi-mining stage, there will be an initial supply of Forcecoin, and the only way to obtain it is you participate in the Uniteverse program. Marketing plan. Uniteverse. By activating the matrix, you will open a spot, your first two partners fills their spot and are located on your first orbit. When your third partner activates matrix, your first orbit is already full, so he fills spot on your second orbit. First orbit of your partners is your second orbit, thus the matrices are connected. Matrix. The matrix consists of 5 orbits. On each tier the spots line up on orbits only of those participants who have the corresponding tier active. Marketing plan. Uniteverse. 5 orbits. The orbits form a matrix. Spots with active tiers of the nearest lines enter orbits. Lines. The lines take into account the entire structure of participants in depth. Uniteverse. Uniteverse is a binary matrix system. However, unlike Tactile, it is not a dividing matrix, and activation of tiers has a period of 30 days. Delta. Delta is all lines of structure, it can be filled infinitely in depth. But it is limited width. The rule is that in the first line everyone can only have 2 spots, and further each line deeper can have twice as many spots as the previous one. Delta. By inviting new participants, you fill your delta. In your first line, only 2 spots can be filled. Under each of which there can also be only 2. If you invite new partners when the 2 spots of your first line are already full, they fill spots deeper and end up in the lines of the other partners in your delta. Spillovers. Personally invited, your structure, spillovers from above, spillovers from below, you can fill in structures for yourself and each other with the whole team. These are spillovers. For example, participants invited by your upline enter your matrix section. There can also be spillovers from below if participants who are placed in your matrix invite others who also end up in your matrix. Working as a TAM with spillovers depends on your team and the teams of your upline partners. Nevertheless, the possibility of achieving success in developing your team is in your hands in any case. We do not guarantee the possibility of spillovers, it solely depends on your structure and your activity. Tier. To participate in the Uniteverse program, you need to activate tier. The first tier costs 50 DAI. Each subsequent tier costs exactly twice as much and creates a turnover exactly twice as large. Matrix bonuses. When other participants fill your matrix, you receive 15% from each of them up to 5th orbit. Referral rewards. Additionally, you receive referral rewards up to the 4th referral line. The referral structure has nothing to do with delta and matrix. In the first line, all your personally invited people get to you, in the second line the invitees of your invitees, and so up to 4th line. It doesn't matter what delta line and matrix they are in. Tier. You receive rewards, both matrix and referral, from the tiers that are active for you. For example, if you have 2 active tiers, you can receive bonuses from the turnovers of the first and second tiers. To receive bonuses from higher tiers, you need to activate the corresponding tiers yourself. Matrix. At all tiers. If the all participants in your matrix activate all tiers sequentially after you, then you have a simple matrix structure. That is, 5 orbits deep corresponds to 62 people, and the profitability at 930%. Compression. Thanks to compression, participants from any depth can enter your orbits, so your matrix can expand and stretch, so the percentage of income can increase. For example, if partners on your first orbit do not activate tiers above the first one, then they are not taken into account in your second tier of matrix, and the closed partners from the depth, having the second tier, are pulled into your first orbit. Uniteverse. Let's consider a simple example. 2 participants in your first line activated only the first tier. And all the rest, at least up to the 6th line, activated the second tier. On the first tier, your matrix is calculated simply. Up to the 5th line, there are 62 people. Uniteverse, for the second tier, the first line is not counted, and 4 people from the second line are considered your first orbit, while all other orbits are pulled up. In this case, your structure on the second tier will already have 124 spots, not 62. Which increases the profitability potential to 1860%. In reality, everything will not be so straightforward. The calculation of partners entering your matrix may occur at different depths, and the number may be very different. Accordingly, the profits may be different. Navigation. For navigation convenience in the back office, there are 10 tabs that display your matrix separately at each tier. Navigation. First tab shows delta structure. 2st tab shows 5 orbits of your first tier matrix. Third tab shows 5 orbits of your second tier matrix. And so on. Navigation. An individual tab for your referral structure. Here, there can be as many partners as possible in the 4 referral lines. You receive 10% of the turnover from personally invited participants, and 4% from 3rd and 4th line participants. Referral structure. And active participants can invite 10, 100, or even more partners. Therefore, your opportunities to increase profitability from your structure are not limited. Tiers. The tiers will be valid for 30 days. At the current stage of multi-mining, the participants provides access to the coin set. This is the allocation of the maximum number of force coins corresponding to its tier. In the next stage, tiers will become Metaverse access levels, which will also be valid for a month. For example, the first tier costs 50 DAI, and the coin set for the first tier is worth 50 DAI. You can immediately purchase the full package for 100 DAI. Similarly, at each subsequent tier, the coin set increases exactly twice. Terms. Spot, a position in the matrix a participant can be placed. Tier, a level in the matrix of the Uniteverse program, providing both access level to the Metaverse, in the multi-mining period, access to force coin allocation, and the possibility of tier rewards. Full package, tier plus coin set, the force coin allocation available at the tier, orbit. In the matrix on each tier, there are 5 orbits for each participant, into which the closest partners on the lines with the corresponding tier are placed. Terms. Line, a position in the matrix structure regardless of tiers. In your first line, there are 2 spots, each of which has 2 spots under it, forming your second line, and so on. Multi-mining, the process of mining force coins during the initial offering, where the only way to obtain coins is by participating in the Uniteverse program. Delta, L structure lines that can line up into the matrix. In the first line, only 2 spots are possible, binary, each of which has also 2 only. Thus, on each next line, the maximum number of spots is doubled. Matrix, 5 orbits, giving 15% profit of the corresponding tier. The spots of the nearest line enters the nearest orbit, if there is a tier activated, or they are skipped. Compression, in the absence of a tier. And then spots are pulled into the orbit from the lines closest to the depth with the corresponding tier. Welcome to the Metaverse universe, world where virtuality meets reality. Metaverse is the flagship of decentralized systems, offering a wide range of products and activities that bring the world of finance and virtual reality together. Our motto is to create a new world with its own rules, inhabitants, laws, and passage of time that cannot be ended, erased, or paused.